So, Florian, what was tremendously helpful for me was to recognise that these unconscious patterns are not personal. And, just even now as I'm speaking, I can feel a slight tension showing up in my chest. So, could we investigate this?
Of course. So, just when we just take advantage of the experience that your system has right now. So you were just saying that there's a little tension. So have you chosen this?
No.
No.
It's just appeared.
It just appeared. So if you have not chosen this, who's responsible for it? If you didn't make a conscious choice to have a tension right now, who's responsible for that tension?
No one, it's just appeared.
It just appeared. So who's to be blamed for or ashamed for or guilty that this tension is here, if it is not your choice?
Yeah, I don't find anyone.
Yes. So obviously it has nothing to do with you. It is a manifestation in the body where we have not the slightest idea where that comes from. So we can say the experience of now, which is nothing else but a physical sensation, then labeled as an emotion, and then the mind interpreting it and trying to find the cause of it. But even the emotions and the mental are just made up. They are built up on top of the actual experience, which is just a manifestation, a sensation in the body that we don't know where it comes from. We have not made a conscious choice. So if I would ask any people around the planet if they know this experience, they would say, "Oh yes, of course I know it." So we can even say it's not neither personal in from a certain perspective, nor is it personal in any perspective, because everybody knows it. So it's an impersonal sensation that shows up in the system, and from there, how does this determine the focus, the quality of attention that is directed to that sensation? So if it's personal, how does it affect your attention when we see things personal?
It's tight.
It's tight. It's a narrow focus.
Yeah.
And it feels like it's a me here having an experience there, and it's my experience, and I've got to solve it, and I've got to find the way out of it, and the rest of it. So the whole quest becomes a very personal thing, and mostly it's very narrow, and we're just jumping from one aspect to the other, somehow thinking that by bits and pieces we're going to finally end up at a whole. When we see it from an impersonal perspective, that this has never been our choice, there was nothing we could do about it. It was just showing up. We're not knowing where it comes from. How does this affect the quality of your attention? Just noticing that's here just now. How does it affect?
Yeah, it's opening, expanded, and there's a possibility for something.
Yes. So the focus gets wider, and we see that there's something happening, but we don't know exactly to whom it does belong, and it is not exposed. It is not the only thing that is that our life is about. So that kind of obsessive focusing that most seekers have, that they are focusing on anything. It can be their experience, but it also can be obsessively focusing on awareness, is first of all trying to get rid of something, and it is always exclusive because it is caught up in a narrow focus. We never allow the focus of attention to widen and to see that this is only a fragment of the totality of now. It is already embedded in all of experiences that are showing up in this moment. And in that moment, we are giving a little bit attention to this, but the rest of our attention is available to everything else too. And funny enough, how does the body respond to this? How does the sensation that has been under focus, so to say, when we're just widening the focus, how does the sensation respond?
Yeah, at the moment it's no longer solid. It's kind of becoming more liquid and dispersing.
It starts to move, and it starts to return into the totality of now, actually. It starts to flow again with life. So funny enough, by focusing on it, it becomes stuck. It feels like we're having solid experiences. And we are the ones who are going to solve one solid experience after the other. But there has never been anything like a solid experience. It already was liquid. It was moving. It is a constant movement, and just by the quality of attention, it appears as a solid, separate experience, being observed by an observer, or an impersonal movement showing up as an awareness that is just allowed to be free. And when this is free, the body lets you be free. If this is not free, freedom is a dream.
Thank you very much.
Yes.